What up, Kali followers? Drew Schroeder here, and in today's video, we're gonna go back, way back, to the good old days of back when I used to eat meat, and that was KFC. Now, last week we made potato wedges. This week we're gonna be focusing more on the KFC Twister. If you're not familiar with the Twister, it was discontinued a long time ago. I don't know if they ever brought it back, but it was one of my favorite things to indulge on. I used to get the KFC Twisters all the time. I want to kind of start a series on discontinued food, and with that being said, this is the second part of this series. I made the double decker taco from Taco Bell a couple of months back, so if you haven't, go check that out. And so how are we gonna get started? I'll show you. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, so this one, I think. This one. All right, so you're gonna need a medium block of tofu. Okay, now you're probably like, why was he looking at them so weird? Well, what you wanna do is you wanna take a block of medium tofu and stick it in the freezer. Okay, stick it in the freezer, let it freeze overnight. Okay, this is gonna be a very long process, okay? Now, once it is done freezing, and you wanna take it out, let it thaw out completely, okay? Leave it on the counter, put it in the fridge for a little bit, just let it thaw. Once it's completely thawed, guess what you do? You open up the freezer, you put it in, and you close it, okay? And then you're gonna wait for it to completely freeze over again. Then, you're gonna want to take it out, let it thaw out, and then there you go. You want it to freeze over 2 times. And what is that gonna do? That's gonna give it the tofu. It's going to give it little air pockets, and it's going to, or it's supposed to give it, I've never tried this before, it's supposed to give it more of a tender chicken feel to it, okay? When at the final product of eating this. So I'm guessing this one looks more air pocketed than this one. I buy so much tofu, I have no idea, but this seems like it is it. And then I had to wait for this to come in the mail. I've actually had this for a couple of months, but actually a couple of months? No. I mean, it's good for like a whole nother year. I think I bought this back in January because I wanted to start making this back in January, but time got caught up. I made other things. And then this is gonna be part of what we're gonna marinate this in, okay? So I'm gonna start the process of marinating the tofu. It all starts with grabbing some boiled water. There we go. First, we're gonna be taking 2 of these Bouillon not chicken cubes and break them apart. And then we're gonna be adding a little bit of liquid smoke into the water. Break it apart. Doesn't need a boil. You can bring it to a boil if you want. I started to smell it a lot more right here. This is the frozen 3 times tofu, and the tofu on the right is fresh tofu. If you've made it this far and you haven't shut me off, make sure you hit that like button because it really helps me out. And also, become a Kali follower. I put out new videos 3 times a week now, at least. And yeah, I'm going to, let this marinate for about 6 hours in a glass container in the fridge. And then, I'm gonna go work out, chill, maybe watch some Netflix, some YouTube, some TikTok, come back, and then I'm gonna make the rest of this. So I'm gonna let it marinate for about 6 hours.
One eternity later.
Okay, so it's been like 3 days that it's been sitting in the fridge, but that's only because I have been so busy trying to set up my new Wi-Fi and doing a whole bunch of different things, and not to mention I've been needing to go socialize and stuff like that. Anyway, it is 11:30. Wow, I needed that break. Hold on, let me see if I am still in focus. I am. So, I need to edit this video. Let's get this done. By the way, Bang, definitely not a sponsor. But everyone thinks that I'm sponsored by Bang. I don't know why, I don't know how. I wish Bang sponsored me. It's just a really good drink. It's just a really good product, that's all. It's been sitting in the fridge marinating for like 3 days. I'm assuming it's still gonna be good, okay? It looks disgusting. It smells good. But that's... What are you doing? Alright, my cat was just like going crazy because she's a cat and that's cat things, right? It's gonna be the time where we're going to, do I have enough oil? Yes, I do. Alright, so I have enough oil to be breading it, and that's what I'm gonna be doing now. And I guess you'll see the whole process of that because, I mean, this is a cooking show. But if you want to see the taste test of this, make sure you tune in Monday for Mukbang Monday. I also put out a total of 3 videos a week, so subscribe if you haven't. Like this video if you haven't, because it helps me out, because I am a small creator. And, yeah. Let's dive in. I can't believe it. I'm gonna, it's cold water. I don't like cold water like this. Like sticking my hands into, like, fake chicken broth and liquid smoke. Right here. Alright. Here. Let's do on an angle, just to be a little bit more classy. Here. Boom! Now that I've cut them up, I'm gonna let them vibe on the side real quick while I start making the flour. Now, KFC is known for its special 12 special herbs and spices and whatever. Then we're gonna be making the flouring or the breading, and then the milk wash, the buttermilk wash, and then we're gonna be frying that up. So I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna give it a try and we're gonna make it taste as much as KFC as possible. 2 cups of whole wheat flour, a teaspoon of salt and pepper, dried basil, ground chili, ground paprika, garlic powder, sage leaves, dried oregano, and onion powder. Then we're going to be whisking it up. Once all of your herbs are mixed in really well, push that sucker aside and get to town on some non-dairy milk. I'm using almond milk with some white vinegar. I added a little bit of sriracha, then you whisk that in. Once that's established, you want to go wet, dry, and then fry. And that's going to be the sequence. Here I'm just showing you real quick. It's pretty simple stuff. This is 4 times speed. And then we're going to be frying it until you believe it's done. Flip it over, let it fry for a couple of minutes. Look how crispy that looks, and it's so aerated and it feels so perfect. You want mayo on only 1/4, kind of squared off into the middle, like so that way you can actually fold it in. Add some lettuce, just like how I did, but you don't want the middles. Take some chopped up tomatoes, fold the bottom, and then one side, and then the other side. And try not to get mayo on your thumb like how I did. KFC wrapped their twisters up in aluminum foil, so I decided I would do the same thing. And then, there you go. And there you go. Wow, this looks really good. I'm so glad of how well this turned out. And that's about it. I don't know what else to say other than tune in Monday for Mukbang Monday if you want to see the taste test for this. You just saw someone that's never worked in the food industry just make something that was discontinued in the food industry. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I don't know, peace.